Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Jeng and Jeru. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time, we have a man on board. The man is looking for a woman. When we have a woman, that woman must be looking for a man. Today, we are having a man who is a police officer. He's a man in uniform, all the way from Nakuru County, and he is physically challenged. To say somebody is physically challenged means that the person is having a handicap. That person is having some physical disability. They are gifted differently, in other words. So he is 40 years old, and I had preempted his story on my Facebook page at Jenganjeru. And at the end of the day, we want people to make a decision on whether or not they will be interested with our guest, depending on what they hear. And after we preempt some of the basic informations or pieces of information, you will be able to choose or be making a decision on whether or not you will be interested. Bwana John is from Nakuru County. He is looking for a wife, and he says that he is working with the Kenya Police Service. You see, the body of the Kenya Police Service is very wide, and we have different classifications of officers. We've had high level officers, we have had junior officers on the show, we have had so many people who work for the Kenya Police Service, and it is a doctrine that keeps law and order, that protects the nation, and it all comes with very many classifications. In history and government, people who read about devolution, and especially as classified by our 2010 constitution that was inaugurated, that was the promulgation of the constitution happened in the year 2010 during the reign of late President Mwai Kibaki Emilio. And according to the Constitution of Kenya, we have men and women in uniform, ranging from the Kenya Army, the Kenya Navy, the Kenya Air Force. And in the Kenya Air Force, for instance, we are having like people who deal with defense of the country, wanajeshi wa hewa. Okay, that is now what we call. Kenya Air Force. Then we have the Kenya Navy. Kenya Navy ni watu wa majini. Okay, the army officers that deal with our water vessels. Wanajeshi wa maji. That's what we call the Kenya Navy. Then we have the Kenya Army. The Kenya Army ni wanajeshi wa nchi kavu. Are we together? So there are so many classifications. And then you now start classifying them from now the police service. You have from the Inspector General of Police. Then you have all those classifications. We have the Inspector General, we have all those, the commissioners, we have constables. We have, which other ones do you know? The administration. I think you can, wait, so ngoja nimalize doing a video. Wait. We have the Kenya Police, we have the inspectors, we have the constables, we have the administration police, the ones we call AP. There are so many classifications of officers, but we are not here to learn about officers. What we are here to do is to appreciate what they do, and just to let you know that Bwana John is from Nakuru and he serves with the Kenya Police Force, and he's also a professional farmer. Okay, you see, when you're a government employee, you can also do other things within the community. There are people who are in business and they are also policemen. I am a friend of so many police officers, and they are doing something else on the side. The others are having business, but this one is also a farmer by profession. He says that he's 40 years old and he would prefer a woman from the ages of 40 and below, a woman who is serious and a woman who is about to settle down, a woman who is going to love him and respect him for who he is, a woman who is going to love him for who he is, and a woman who is going to appreciate him. As I said, I had preempted his story on my Facebook page at Jenganjeru, and at the same time, he would want a woman who is also in uniform. That means if there's a woman out there who happens to be part of the Kenya Police Force, and she's a lady in uniform, and she could also be interested in a man who is in uniform, then this makes a very ideal candidate, because Mr. John is single and searching. So you can feel free to get in touch with him. I'm going to share his number here. and then I'm going to share it on my Facebook page at Jenga Njeri. His number starts with 0770 93 51 50. Okay, I think it's also his WhatsApp number 0770 93 51 50 or plus 2547 70 93 51 50. Other details about his handicap or him being physically challenged are things that can be discussed, because on this show, whether one is abled differently or not, they can always get a match. They can always get a match on our show, because at the end of the day, people are looking for love. Until then, this is Jenga Njero. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.